efficiency code in the nation, bar none. We still have 2 out of 3 buildings in our state that were built prior to the 1981 policy of our building code. So we have an enormous amount of both low-hanging fruit and high-hanging fruit that we could achieve, and we need to reauthorize the public goods charge to do so. And I appreciate the amount of support that was expressed. I know there were a few that didn't support, but basically the majority of people that spoke in the public comment did support. I very much appreciate the administration's work on this, and I look forward to our being successful in moving forward.
Thank you, Ms. Skinner. Senator Padilla.
Thank you, Chairman Bradford. Colleagues, I hope you'll agree with me when I say that I think this has been a very constructive hearing this morning. Again, not the first time we discussed this, but hopefully one of the last times we discussed this before a vote on extending the public goods charge here before the end of session. Let me state the obvious. Green feels good. Clean feels good. And I wish we had an infinite amount of resources to pour into R&D and energy efficiency and all renewable technologies to help achieve the numerous energy and environmental goals that the state has laid out for us. The good news is California has been and continues to be recognized as a policy leader in many ways when it comes to our energy and environmental goals and laws on the books. The tough news is we only have a finite amount of resources to work with. So I think what we've heard today for both the few people who are against the extension of the surcharge, but also from the growing consensus of people who are in support of extending the goods charge, but have differing opinions as to how to spend the money. The task before us is how we maximize the effectiveness and the efficiency, if you will, no pun intended, of our limited pot of money generated through the public goods charge. We seek to continue a similar structure in the 3 buckets, if you will: research, more focused and with more controls; energy efficiency, with a slightly different emphasis on how to invest those dollars, again, maximizing the effectiveness of the programs; and certainly the Renewable Trust Fund. So, you know, if we were to add up all the requests of, well, we'd like this baseline item dedicated to us or this dedicated revenue stream to us in their totality, that it's going to add up to more than what we have to work with through the public goods charge. So that's the tough news. That's the task before us. The good news is the public goods charge and the programs funded by it are not the only programs and sources of funding for all of the state's programs and goals. So it shouldn't be viewed in isolation. It shouldn't be viewed in, well, we made the cut because we're in the public goods charge, or we didn't make the cut because we're not in the public goods charge. This is one tool in an arsenal of policies and revenue streams that the state as a whole has to help continue to move us in the energy of not just clean technology and green energy, but an overall clean economy. I do want to thank the governor's office for what I see has been significant movement from ideas and concepts entertained earlier in the year to their package as released on paper earlier this month, and in the direction that I think that we're going. And I do think it reflects a lot of the issues and concerns that have been raised through the hearings of our mutual legislative committee hearings over the course of the last year. But again, sort of reining in not just how we wish to spend the money, but how we manage and administer and hold the recipients of money accountable, I think is important, and we're certainly moving in that direction. That's what the public needs, that's what the public deserves, and that's our ultimate job as legislators. So I want to thank you for your time and leadership, Chairman Bradford, and appreciate the time this morning.